Hey folks, Chris from Drift Outfitters here, and today I want to talk to you a little bit about folding hackles. Being able to fold a hackle is a really key skill for any fly tyer, especially anybody who's tying large wet flies like this for steelhead and salmon, or smaller trout wet flies, and any kind of streamer pattern. These are all really added to by being able to properly fold a hackle. And what I'm talking about here is being able to create this kind of effect with a hackle, whether it be a collar or a throat or a body hackle. Is just getting those fibers to sort of sweep along with the fly to really give you excuse me, that sort of streamlined look to the thing. To practice this, it's really a fairly easy skill to get a hold of, but if you want to practice it a bit, I'd say grab whatever hook you have lying around. In this case we have a nice big salmon hook here, and I'm just going to start some thread on there. This is a 10-aught Vivus. Doesn't really matter what thread you want to use. And for the hackle that we're going to practice with here today, I've just got some schlappen here. And schlappen's nice to practice with because it is a very nice soft hackle fiber. But you could do this with any kind of saddle or neck hackle as well. Now the first thing to realize when you start with these hackles is that no matter what kind of hackle you use, you're going to have a natural sort of curvature to the feather. And what I mean by that is if you look at this feather, you can see how the fibers are cascading down and off the stem here toward the hook in this case. By tying this in on top with those fibers facing downwards, when we start wrapping, it's automatically going to start sort of slightly curving back toward the bend of the hook, just aiding us in getting that nice flow to the whole fly. So first off, identify which side, and on some feathers they'll be more subtle than on this one, but identify which side it is curving towards there. And from there, I'm just going to pull back some feathers, or some fibers here rather, and tie it in by the tip with that orientation. I'll just snip off the tip section here so that there's no distraction. And the first way you can go about this, and it works quite well with soft hackles like this one, is I can just, as I'm wrapping, pull these fibers between my fingers back toward the bend of the hook. With each wrap, I'm not really doing anything to the feather. I'm not altering the state of the feather at all. I'm just sort of positioning these fibers as I want them as I wrap. And you can see as I do that, without really any effort at all, the fibers will start laying back nicely for us like this. Now that works well with a soft hackle like the schlappen, or if you're working with hen or grouse or something like that. But say you're working with a stiffer hackle, that's not going to work nearly as well. So I'm going to take this hackle off here. I'm just going to cut off that bit that we tied with there because it's not exactly a true representation of a fresh feather, what you're going to be dealing with. So I'll tie this in once again, same orientation here. Just fold those fibers back. And now what we're going to do, this is what you'll probably have to do more times than not, and this will create a little bit more of a pronounced effect with this hackle, is I'm going to essentially do the same thing. I'm going to come around, pull these fibers back with my offhand, but now I'm going to pinch around the stem of the feather. So I'm not sliding my grip back to holding just the fibers off the side. I'm actually pulling them back, but holding them where they meet the stem. And at this point, I'm going to sort of rough it up between my fingers. I'm going to slide my fingers up and down, and you'll feel a little bit of bumpiness underneath your fingers where those fibers meet the stem. And you have to be fairly rough about this, within reason at least. Obviously more delicate hackles may not permit you to be too forceful, but you are in essence sort of halfway breaking each fiber, just creasing it to the side. And so you need to be rough enough that you do change the angle and the position of these fibers on the stem. As you pull it back, you can see now it's got a very steep angle. All the fibers are sort of facing one side of the hackle. And now as I wrap, I don't have to pull anything back, apart from maybe just to touch up a fiber here or there. All those fibers will slant nicely back for us. And to be clear, when we're folding hackles, we're not necessarily trying to get them pressed right against the shank of the hook, because that oftentimes sort of defeats the purpose of having a hackle at all. But we're just sort of trying to achieve that streamlined look where they just slant back with the rest of the fly. You can see without pulling the fibers back as I was wrapping, all those fibers are facing nicely back. Have a really good flow to them. If there are a couple straggler fibers like that, we could just pull them back into the rest of the hackle bunch there and tie them back. And that is how you fold a hackle.